All right, man. So y'all just want to fucking glaze up Mahomes for an hour, or what you call?
Oh, now we anti-glaze. Now we're anti-glaze.
I
thought we were pro-glazing
I deleted both group chats like 10 hours ago, dog. But y'all do you, baby. What is he the GOAT now, or where
hey man, he on man's heels. Go ahead, Tyler.
Like I said, he's already the best I've ever seen, and he just got to run that shit up, run his resume up to be in a GOAT conversation. He for sure added another notch tonight. God damn, bro. No team has ever led the league in drops and won the Super Bowl until tonight. Like, that just shows you.
They benched Kadarius Toney tonight.
Bro, their number one wide receiver, they benched him, a healthy scratch, a DNP, you will not fuck this up for us, right? Like that's what they benched that man for in the Super Bowl.
DNP, anybody but you.
Yeah. DNP, no sir, not tonight, right? But it's just, I mean, God, what else can we say, man? It's just, I'm going to say this, and I want your perspective on it, Mike. Like, I saw how great that defense was playing him. And I saw that San Francisco wasn't cashing out on getting him off the field. And I was like, bro, you just cannot have Mahomes hanging around like this. He's going to win this motherfucker. And he for sure did. Was that where you were at with this, or?
Yeah, man. I mean, we talked about this when it was like, who do I want to see in the Super Bowl? And it was like, I think the Ravens are a better football team than the Chiefs. I still think that. I still think the Niners are a better football team than the Chiefs.
Yep.
But it's just all the analytics and all the scheming and all the everything else, man. It's like they got that dude for this decade, and you're just gonna have to hope you get a cheap one off him. Basically, is what it feels like. So yeah, man. Like, I felt like he was gonna win the game at the end, and then when we held him to a field goal, then I'm like, okay, we got some life. And then when we kicked a field goal, I mean, I sat back down on the couch. Vinny put his arm around me. You know what I mean? It was like, we got to hold this dude to another field goal. Like, they held him to a lot of field goals tonight. But it's like, at some point, like, so I don't know. I mean, on the GOAT thing, bro, like, this makes me sick because I don't like Tom Brady. I was cheering my ass off when Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl because I was like, Joe Montana never lost the Super Bowl. Tom Brady to Eli fucking Manning. And now I got to, because it's fuck Pat Mahomes for me in this present moment, I got to go, you're still not even halfway to Brady, fuck boy. Like, that's where I have to go to.
You don't have to go there, honestly. You really don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be brothers in arms with Boston sports fans right now, bro. Like you don't have to be on their side with this.
I got nowhere to run, bro. I got Cowboys fans texting me, we haven't won one in 30 years, but we won more recently than you. Like, I have nowhere to go, dog.
Well, where are you with Purdy? Because, it's no secret I was a skeptic, but he converted me tonight. I do think that he played an incredible game. I think that if he played a better game, of course they win. But I do think that the Niners have their guy. But like I said, I think that if he just made a few more throws tonight, they win this running away too. So where are you at with Purdy?
I mean, I think there's like a lot of blame to go around. Like, and some of this.
I mean,
well, like,
extra point.
I mean, yeah, the extra point was fucking brutal.
Yeah, that blocked extra point.
I mean, and again, dog, like, all we have to do is not muff a punt and make our extra points. Like, we spotted them 8 points and ended up in overtime. Like, you can't do that with fucking Pat Mahomes on the other sideline. You could maybe do that with Joe Flacco. You can't really even do it with Joe Flacco or someone on the other sideline. It's the Super Bowl, So, I thought Purdy played well. I've been a fan of Purdy all year, man. Like, he was third in the league in touchdowns, passing yard. Like, he's a good quarterback, and he has good players around him. I'll give it to Pat Mahomes. Tom Brady, even when you say he didn't have receivers around him or whatever, he still had fucking Rob Gronkowski. And Travis Kelce's no fucking Rob Gronkowski. I don't give a fuck how much the NFL is trying to shove him down our throat. He's not Rob fucking Gronkowski. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like, I give Pat that, like you said, that he's the first ever to win a Super Bowl when his team led the league in drops. That's preposterous, bro.
Yeah, that's insane.
There was a number of dumb plays today too. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have an analogy for that in team sports, do we? Like, Michael Jordan had dudes. I mean, I understand Kelsey's a great player and everything, but he's not Kelsey 3 years ago even. You know what I mean? Like, who's he? He's got Chris Jones. I mean, he has a great defense and a great defensive coordinator.
Like, it would be the equivalent of an NBA team that, like, led the league and missed layups or some shit winning the championship, right? Like the math just does not compute, bro.
and they bench your starting 3 for the finals because they're like, bro, you suck. Like, we're just going to win or lose with someone else. We don't even feel like we have another guy. We just don't want to see you on the field in the championship.
That man got bitched because his vibes were bad. I ain't never seen no shit like that, dog.
So, I'm a Brock Purdy believer, bro. And I just think it's a great example of how the take culture is cannibalizing itself. I had the Kurt Warner underdog story shoved down my fucking throat for 10 years that he was a baggage, he worked in the fucking grocery store. He prayed to Jesus Christ every night and he gave him a fucking super, like, we had that shit shoved down. And here you have a dude who's the last pick in the fucking draft and 2 years later he's in the Super Bowl. And the whole conversation is he a fucking elite quarterback? Why? You know what I mean? Like, that's a great story, bro. We can't just appreciate. Like, and then there's the undercurrent of the real story in the NFL, which is you get a quarterback on his first deal when you can afford to put a good team around him. You win a championship or 2 in the best case scenario. Russell Wilson, you could name a ton of guys this happened with. Then the quarterback says, run me my $250 million. You can't afford to put a good team around him anymore, and the team's not good anymore. That's happened to so many fucking quarterbacks, and it's not happening to Mahomes because he's that good. It didn't happen to Brady because he was that good. And again, both of them have great coaches as well. But like, that's part of it with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is making, like, the 3 of us are making more this year than Brock Purdy, bro. Like, he's making fucking shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's getting paid like the last player taken in the draft. So they can afford to put a great team around him. But what people don't like factor into them saying that about him is him not making any money this year is what's creating that. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't go hold out and say, give me X amount of money. Like, he wanted to play this deal out and win. So now they're going to pay him. We'll see how much they pay him. I hope to God he understands how good the players around him are is a big part of whether he's a good quarterback or not. And we'll see, bro. But yeah, that's the question for me. But I've always been a believer in him, especially there's probably, you say whatever you want about the dude. Find me production to contract this year a better value in NFL history than Brock Purdy this year, bro. Like, he was like $280,000 or something.
That's wild.
And it seemed like the moment wasn't too big for him at all, man. In the moments where he needed to play good, he played good down the stretch, G. He was just going up against Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a great
he
defense.
made good throws. That play on, was it third down? Was it third or fourth down? Third down. You know what I mean? Where he used his feet, got out the pocket, made a great throw. I'm like, shit, that shades of Mahomes a little bit. Obviously not Mahomes, but you know what I mean? It was a great, great play that he put the team on his back and got that first down. He was just playing a guy that you just can't put the ball in his hands. You feel me? Like
that's why I never got the game manager shit with him. When I think of a game manager, I think of a dude who's checking down and doing little 5-yard dump offs. That ain't Purdy, bro.
No.
Purdy gonna get out there and sling that motherfucker. He's gonna get out the pocket. He's gonna make plays with his feet. He's gonna throw that bitch 30 yards deep in double coverage sometimes, not giving a fuck. He is not a game manager, bro.
Big night for fans of income inequality. Pat Mahomes, already worth almost $1 billion, gets a $1.25 million bonus. So congratulations to everyone who loves to see the rich get richer. That's fucking great.
Really trying to build a case, dog.
Congratulations.
He's stacking it up over there, cuz.
Congratulations to the parents of the Chiefs kid that put their kid in black and red face. Congratulations. They're very happy tonight. Congratulations to all the white people in Las Vegas doing the fucking Chiefs Native American song today in the stadium. They're very happy tonight.
Congratulations to Chiefsaholic. You know what I mean?
Congrats to Chiefsaholic. Hey, congrats to our guy, Chiefsaholic, friend of the pod.
Drinking toilet water hoops. Right. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to that nigga too.
Hopefully you get an extra applesauce for dessert tonight. You know what I'm saying? You've earned it, buddy.
You've earned it, brother. You've earned it.
He gets a celebratory ruggy tuggy, Congrats to Chiefsaholic.
Hope somebody go say that.
Congrats to Travis Kelce, who elder abused fucking Andy Reid tonight on the sideline.
But also, hey, we gotta talk about it though. We was talking about Bosa. Where McCaffrey and Kittle's at on the Trumper side, bro?
Kittle's a good dude. Kittle seems like a good dude. I'm surprised.
I'm just saying, I don't know their personality. I'm just saying their facial structure. The facial structure is leaning red. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel good about Kittle. McCaffrey to me, I'm never going to look into McCaffrey because just the structure of his jaw and his cheekbones is very unsettling to me,
he's
dog.
like a country boy, but I don't know. You feel me? I don't know, he could be a Cali boy to hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they show McCaffrey, and I'm like,
whoa,
that nigga look like homie from The Boys, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he looked like the dad in Invincible, nigga. He looked like he was ready to. The mind's gonna turn red soon. Nigga, you can't trust that. But I'm like, yeah.
He fucking my friend was a big fan of his who was the Panthers and just congratulated me. He sent me a picture of him, and I was like,
this white man being the best running back. He looks like the proudest.
He looks like the proudest boy, bro.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
The proudest boy.
not a follicle on his face, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like a historical football Olympic family is not exactly working in his favor either. You got to think someone who's been like in pro sports that long is not exactly. I don't know.
I just look. I mean, obviously, respect everyone's faith, et cetera, et cetera. The like very religious, very evangelically religious white people are the scariest people on the planet to me. They just are. There's just something very unsettling about them to me. My aunt, when I made that comment to her at the time, Mike Singletary was coaching the Niners, and she was like, "Mike Singletary has a pretty big wooden cross that he wears around him all the time," and I was like, "It's very different." It's just very different if it's Mike Singletary versus Christian McCaffrey.
White people out there playing with snakes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? Putting it out. No, bro. No, they different. They very different.
All right. Well, here's where I am on the GOAT debate. Showing a lot of promise, still very early in his career. I'm not quite ready to crown the Reese's Caramel Cup that was announced today as a GOAT, but I'm very intrigued by his potential. That was a big news for me tonight. I'm gonna be at the store at fucking 8 a.m. tomorrow morning looking for my
yearning.
Caramel.
How do you feel, man? Really, bro.
Let us
in. Goddamn, I ain't trying to rub it in, but that's like the worst possible loss to take, dog.
Bro, and I thought they were gonna win it twice. And in the first half, they were obviously the better team. I'm like, I was talking. You didn't have the group chat. But I'm like, if they lose, if Mahomes,
I should tell. Let me.
Holy fucking shit! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they were a better team, and you know what I'm saying. Both sides of the ball is seen. So
I did block and delete both Jenkins and Jonez group chats.
I respect it, bro, nigga.
I did do that in a moment of it was either strength.
Lost a lot of gold in there, though, brother.
Which one it was? Well, hold on. This is actually I was gonna send y'all a screenshot. So I checked. If I go back in iMessages, it has recently deleted, and I already unblocked it. How many text messages would you say are in the main Jenkins and Jonez chat with the three of us that we
Does it give you a date on when it started?
No, it just says that I have 30 days to undelete it, and then it says how many total messages are in it.
Total messages?
Yeah, that's what it says. Total messages.
Just to let you know what you're losing in totality.
And this is our last prop bet. This is our last prop bet of football season.
Don't let the moment overtake you. This is all that you're losing. How many tweets? How many texts
figures?
Is it?
Millions?
I'm gonna say
not millions.
I don't think it's millions. I'd say 42,000.
Jesus
it's
Christ.
15,330.
15,000.
I think it said 42K.
I said 42. Yeah.
15,000. Well, Tyler's metrics are skewed, bro. Tyler is a metric skewer, and I respect that. Tyler is like my friend. His example he always uses on median versus mean is that the University of North Carolina has a statistics class where they say, what department at the University of North Carolina do you think on average has the highest earning alumni? And it's history because that's what Michael Jordan majored in, and he made $2 billion. You know what I mean? So it's like,
right.
It's not actually telling you anything. Tyler, that's Tyler with numbers of digital communications. Yeah. Like
the mean is crazy when you got that man and that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
He's a median graph buster.
Yeah.
All right. So to let you in, it just like it's the fucking worst, bro. And it's the third time that I've seen that after we were 5-0 in the Super Bowl, and I remember two of them basically. Like, we lose 3 Super Bowls at very different stages of my life. Like, we talked about 2020 when we played the Chiefs last time. I was like, barfing all over myself with pre-COVID or whatever the fuck it was. So, like, I barely remember that day. But today, it was like...
COVID was kind of a blessing, I guess. Go ahead.
The kids woke up and put fucking face paint on, bro. Like, and Shar was joking. She was like, you should have him wear black and red face paint. Put it up.
I was about to say, what color paint?
They might have some Native American in them.
They do. Yeah, I mean, they do. But,
basically,
yeah, probably more.
Sure.
Anyway.
We already got we already did that. That was a few months ago. We got canceled. For
yeah. But like, I mean, they were so fired up, bro. And like, Maya was wearing Vinny's old Patrick Willis jersey. Vinny's wearing my old Jerry Rice jersey. Like, we were just all like into it. When we muffed the punt, I like had a moment of being a like 25-year-old watching football with his kids not present, and like may have flipped a chair over and slammed a water bottle down super hard on the table. And it may have not been Maya's favorite thing I've ever done, which was super
You really
sad,
a fan,
bro.
nigga, damn.
But you know, we talked it out, you know, and it was all
Daddy's
good,
just
but, like,
crazy right now. That's all. Daddy's
Yeah,
just
and she
completely
know-
lost
right.
his mind. It's okay. I'll be back in about 25 minutes. Maybe.
So
But
it
probably.
But Mike, there isn't a part of you that's like, we're going against Mahomes. There's a very good chance we'll lose this, and it doesn't soften the blow a bit. Because if I was a Niners fan, I'd be like, yeah, Mahomes got us. What the fuck can you
I
do?
think in the last 2 weeks of basically pretending this Super Bowl was not going to happen, that's what I was telling myself. But because we're playing so well, because the defense was playing so well, and because, like, you know, as a Niner fan, like, man, I hate all the narratives and shit, but of course I hear it, and of course I have people text me about it. Like, I'm just like, please don't come out here and throw 3 pick sixes, and Mahomes is just like muppeting his way down the field the whole game. Like, you know what I mean? And so when we were in it and then we were up, it's like, you know, I was texting all my Niners fan friends at halftime, like, we got to score 4 touchdowns in the second half, bro. Like, this 7-point lead is not fucking shit against that dude. But then we kept holding them to field goals. Like, impossibly, we kept holding them to
Started
field
off
goals.
with a
So, like,
turnover. You know what I mean?
yeah. So I mean, yeah, probably like in hindsight, I'll feel that way, Tyler. But tonight it was just like, it just felt like we could do it. It felt like it was right there. We fucking shit ourselves with the fucking, and I would add, by the way, the only people on the team I don't fuck with are the punt returner and the fucking kicker, because there's the only 2 dudes that fuck everything up, and that's how fucking football is. Like, your punt returner is going to muff a punt, and your kicker is going to get an extra point blocked that he kicked off his fucking ankle. Like,
Jesus.
there's football. There's 53 guys, and the 2 guys on your team that you don't
Have this-
trust
Yeah.
are going to, you
guys
know
with
what I
the
mean? Like,
smallest dicks are very important. You know what I mean? Them nuts wasn't hanging tonight, bro.
they benched their Kadarius Toney. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Our Kadarius Toney fucking muffed a punt and had an extra point block. Like, so yeah, I don't know, man. It feels like shit. The kids are super sad. I'm super sad. It's just, I don't know.
What y'all told me was like going into the game was like, you know, Shanahan could fuck this up because he's Shanahan. You know what I mean? And in the big moments, I was like, he's running the fuck out that ball, baby. You know, he is like,
Yeah.
nope,
and
I'm
he
not
went
going
for
to
it on that
get in my
4th
way.
down. I was
And
like,
that
this
was a
dude's got
great
fucking
call.
big nuts.
Bit heavy. I said heavy nut. I was like, them motherfuckers heavy, dragging the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, bro, the team played good enough to win a Super Bowl.
For sure.
It was just Pat Mahomes on the other side. It's not like y'all got me. They were saying like they didn't give it up. They got beat. Yeah, y'all got beat by a team.
We
that
gave it up
wasn't-
though, bro. The muff punt for their only touchdown in regulation is like, that's hard to swallow, dog. Like, on the next play, you know what I mean? So yes, we for sure. I mean, obviously not taking it away from Mahomes, but it is like, as a Niners fan, I will remember the fucking muff punt for a very long time. Like, you successfully actually shut down a dude who may end up as the greatest playoff killer in the history of the sport, but is like at worst the 3rd best, like at 28 years old. And then you just like, special teams is like, just get one on the 15 though. You know what I mean? It's just, but to your guys' point about how good, like, and I think I would add, by the way, and this was true when Brady was in New England too, like, the Chiefs defense is not getting nearly enough credit. Like, you can make an argument Chris Jones is the best player on the field for either team. Like, I mean, he single-handedly spoiled 2 must converts for the 49ers. Like, Steve Spagnuolo is now, I believe, the offensive or defensive coordinator with the most Super Bowl wins ever, the Chiefs defensive coordinator. Like, I mean, we're a hard offense to stop, bro, and they kept us out of the end zone. People don't really keep the Niners out of the end zone. We kicked 5 field goals tonight, I believe. Like, so I have a lot of respect for him, but the Mahomes thing created the situation at the end where, like, you know, they're sitting in a soft shell, hoping that they can give the defensive line enough time to get to Mahomes. They don't get to Mahomes in time. So then they blitz, and Romo's like, you can't just send people at Mahomes. He's going to see the blitz and complete the pass, which he did. So then they go back to a soft shell, and Romo's like, you can't sit in a soft shell against this guy. It's like, the point is, there's nothing you can fucking do with it.
Right. Can't do shit with the dude.
Hey, it's okay. I want to ask y'all, like, looking at when you knew he could have the ball at the end of the game, right? Is he was that the last person on the planet that's ever played football you'd want to have the ball in that situation? Like, who would y'all prefer ever to have the ball in that situation that's not Mahomes? Like, it seems like that motherfucker's just gonna get it done, G.
Yeah, it's for sure Mahomes. And there's a play we can point to that 4th and 1 that they converted when they lined up Mahomes and shotgun out. And I hate 4th and shorts when you put a guy in shotgun.
We're just children of the 80s, dog.
Yeah,
we're never gonna like
hands,
it.
though.
We're never gonna like it.
Yeah, and it was a great call because it was a bootleg where he was chasing Kelsey. So if the defense committed to Kelsey, he was gonna get the first. Or if they committed to him, he was gonna dump it off to Kelsey. Great fucking play call by Reed right there, right? Brady can't do that, bro. You cannot call that play for Brady. You know what I'm saying? He does not have the wheels like that. So it's Mahomes, dog. He's just flat out like I said, the most talented quarterback we've ever seen, no question.
I think the difference between him and Brady on his mobility is Tony Romo in his limp dick way referenced it several times. Like it's like Brady was gonna go back and you knew where he was. So when they play the Giants, people talk about Eli Manning, but that was the Giants' defensive line. Well, you have a defensive line that can get home with 4 dudes. You know where he's gonna be. Bosa, fuck Nick Bosa off the football field. He played, I thought, almost a perfect game tonight, and that's so hard to do, to rush a dude and still keep contained and just understand that like forcing incompletions on that dude is a sack, and that's like all you're gonna get. You might get 1 or 2 shots at him, and he took his shots when he had him. Like, that's what he forces you to do. Tom Brady didn't force Michael Strahan to do that. Michael Strahan is just coming around the corner and going to Brady. If he rolls out, it's going to take him an hour and a half to finish the rollout and get the ball downfield. So I agree with you, Tyler. Like, I would not put Mahomes over Brady while he still has less than half as many Super Bowls as him. But in terms of me as a football fan, I would rather probably even see a Tom Brady than a Pat Mahomes, if I'm being honest with you. Yes.
Being you've seen what you've seen, does he have to win as many Super Bowls? Being we've seen he's changed up, he doesn't have the consistency.
When I'm mad at him, he
offense.
does.
I'm just saying, like, as far as
and his bitch ass brother.
Oh, his brother's a bitch. We already know that. We ain't got to debate that. But go ahead.
I mean, only to the dumb motherfuckers on Twitter who are still pushing back on the notion right now. Well, last time I checked, 7 is more than 3. Of course it is, motherfucker. I don't think Mahomes needs to get 7 or needs to get 8 to be, in the GOAT discussion. For one, I think he's already in the GOAT discussion, right? I don't think he needs to get 7 or 8 to be the GOAT. But I mean, just to be on this trajectory at 28 years old, like the future is so fucking bright.
Well, he has a chance to do something that no other quarterback did next year, and you can almost guarantee they'll have at least as good a roster as they had this year. But he has a chance to be the first to ever three-peat next year, which is one of those things that, like, if he gets his 4th next year at 29 and he's got a three-peat, like, it's time to have that conversation at that point. I think Brady beating him is part of the conversation.
For sure.
Too. It's like they did play.
And he was old as hell, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know Pat was young, but Brady was old as fuck, like you said. So,
I mean, but then we go to, like, bro, Eli beat that man twice in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Nick Foles beat that man in the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, there's that too.
No doubt. And I'm not like, it's fuck Tom Brady forever, bro. It's just, unfortunately, because I'm not really a hate the dynasty guys. It's fuck Pat Mahomes for me tonight. That's all.
Pat Mahomes didn't even look like, he looked like his heart, like after winning the Super Bowl, we saw Kelsey showing a bunch of emotion, right? Pat Mahomes like, this is what I'm supposed to do. That's what it is.
Did you hear when they interviewed him?
He got up there and said, we ain't never underdogs. And you goddamn right. Like,
that's
whenever I see a line that has Mahomes as an underdog, I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So.
But he said he gave the week 12 win over the fucking Titans quote. He said, we're going to enjoy this one tonight. And then he stopped himself. He's like, wait, I'm not supposed to say this after a Super Bowl win.
Right.
He was like, we'll enjoy it at the parade on Wednesday, and then we're going to get right back to work. It's like, there's just some people who are psychopaths like that. And I talked about this as a football coach at Poly who won 5 D1 championships. And he told me after the last one with Juju and all them, he said, Mike, I didn't even experience happiness. I just felt the pressure on the back of my neck ease up for like 20 seconds. That's what he said. And he was like, and that's when I knew I needed to retire. Like, I can't be like that with grandkids. Like, I need to get into therapy and fucking.
He just was happy he wasn't sad. Like, that's what we talked about that. Like, I'm just happy I'm not sad, but I'm not happy. You feel me? It's crazy.
And that's what, I mean, it's literally, you're talking, it's within 150 seconds of, you didn't know the whole drive. If you fumble the ball, the game is over. You are losing in overtime. You have to score a touchdown or a field goal. He throws a touchdown. 150 seconds later, he's telling national TV, we're going to enjoy this one tonight. And then, we're going to.
Did you see him on the
get
bench,
right back
though?
to it.
Like, it was crazy when they were showing the benches. You see the Chiefs bench, like, while the 49ers had the ball. And they were just like, you can see he was just like, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to fucking do something. You know what I mean? And then you look at the 49ers bench when Pat Mahomes had the ball and, like, niggas had to towel over. I mean, obviously you're nervous, but like, it's like, let us pray. You feel
People
me?
were praying
like,
to everybody. People were praying to everybody. They were playing to Zoroastrian gods on the sideline, bro.
All Hindu gods, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hop in, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The Avengers of fucking gods. We praying to everybody, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And dog, like, it just wasn't enough because the nigga you was praying to was playing quarterback on the other fucking. That's the god, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shit, crazy.
I have a question for y'all. Does anyone in America get paid more to do a job they're worse at than Tony Romo?
I enjoy Romo, man.
What?
I enjoy. I don't know if he's particularly good at his job.
He's the worst, bro.
I enjoy him, dog. Listen. I enjoy people who have fun with what they do, and Romo for sure has fun. You know what I'm saying? That's what I enjoy about the shit.
I'll give you that he's having fun, dog. It's just like talking to my grandma he's just like wandering all over the place. You just like, Tony, what are we talking about right now, dog?
I feel like he overcorrected because you remember when he first got in the booth, he got so much criticism. They're like, bro, you are telling us what plays are about to happen. You're spoiling the experience for us because you've got the quarterback mind. You see the field better than 99.99% of the people on the planet do. Right. Like, can you please ease up off that? And I feel like he's overcorrected and not been as technical and trying to be a bit hokey with it. But like I said, I enjoy people who have fun with what they do, and Romo has fun with it. Man.
I also like that in sports broadcasters. I think the connection with him and Nance is like inexplicably horrible. I don't get it. They trip over each other all the time. Nance will set him up for something, and then Romo will just start talking about something completely different. And it's like, this is like low level shit, guys. You know what I mean? If he says this team commits a lot of penalties, you're not supposed to start talking about their fucking wide receivers coach. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to get you to talk about how it's hard to not commit penalties in a big stage or whatever. Like, I don't know. All right. Got nothing with Romo. Fine.
When Romo first started, he was solid though, right?
No, I hated him the whole fucking time, bro.
I remember people talk about how good he was initially.
People
when I was still watching football.
Like,
the criticism was legit. He's too good at this. He's
that's what I thought it was.
Experience
I thought he was like, I thought he was extreme.
He just makes all these noises, bro. Like,
he was singing along to Adele and shit tonight.
Yeah, and he squeaks all the time and shit. You're like, bro, what are we doing, Tony? Hit the cough button, bro. What'd y'all think of the halftime show? Did that live up to your expectations?
I'll say the one criticism I have, and it's not even really a criticism. It's not an indictment on Usher. It's more of a testimony to how deep his catalog is all the songs were like too short for me, bro. Like, soon as I was like jamming, he was on to the next one. And then I was like, why he switching? But hold up, this is my shit too. But then right there, like, why is it? Oh, well, but this is my shit too. Like, that was the whole pattern, right? It made me feel like, yo, I need to see this motherfucker in concert. Like, that was the biggest takeaway that I have from that.
Yeah, Rother was talking about I need to go see him in concert for sure. I feel like the ones the songs he played were the bigger songs, right? But his biggest songs are not my favorite songs. So the ones where I was like, oh, this is my motherfucking shit. Oh, he played one for the homies, for the niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that was the ones he cut short. You know what I mean? The album cuts or whatever that I really fucked with.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it was great. It was hella Atlanta. Niggas I know from Atlanta loved it. You feel me? So good for him. Good. I mean, I'm happy he got the opportunity to do it. But like, yeah, man, I feel like it wasn't necessarily for the me's. It was for the masses. And that's cool. I get it. It's a Super Bowl. It's not, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that's how I feel about it. Took his shirt off though. You know. As a fan of handsome. Love to see it.
How many abs did he have?
Well, I say 5.5. You know what I mean?
He looked pretty good.
Like about 4. Yeah, 4.5.
I was gonna say
5.5,
4.
yeah.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
4.
yeah. It's on there. So yeah, I
All
wouldn't
right,
matter.
so
The
Usher's
roller
bougie.
skating thing was insanely
Yeah,
impressive.
I think he
As
did
someone
that
who
for,
can't
like,
roller skate and
yeah.
can't ice skate, that shit is crazy that he's able to dance and sing while on roller skates.
And he,
Wait, what did you just say?
Go ahead,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
Yes. You didn't watch it, Mike?
No. What did you just say about you?
I'm like terrible at roller skating and ice skating.
Really?
I'm a really good skier and
Yeah,
I'm
same here. I
horrible
cannot
at
roller
roller
skate
skating and
either.
ice skating. I have no shame and I'm horrible at it. I need people to
I
like
don't think-
drag
yeah.
me around the fucking ice on the ice.
Oh,
rink.
wow. I can't ice skate at all. Looking for a super offer for Super Bowl 58? DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered. New customers can bet on the big game and turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets.
I know the line has been moving around a little bit, but as of right now, the 49ers are a couple point favorites. I know even if the 49ers were 20-point favorites, Mike would still be nervous watching that game.
Fact. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jenkins. New customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 58, with code Jenkins. The crown is yours.